Good morning, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a makeup collection slash tour slash declutter for you. So if you guys are not new to my channel, then you know that I already do not have like a ton of makeup, but my makeup kit is something that for some reason starts to get a little bit cluttered. I know that there's a few products in there I definitely don't use. I hate having like extra multiples of things because it becomes very difficult to make decisions or really hone in on what your favorite products are and what actually works best for you when you have too many items. So this is something I've been meaning to do for quite a while, and I really wanted to take you guys with me. So if you like minimalism, decluttering, organization, all things feminine, if you like perfumes, handbags, closet tours, bedroom tours, those kind of things, which I know I certainly do, I would love if you would consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here. And I'm really excited that you guys stopped by, so I hope that you're in the mood for a nice little makeup tour, and this way I can also share with you what some of my favorite products are as well, because I always get questions about what are your favorite makeup products. Even though I don't really do makeup videos, I still think it's always really interesting to see what other women are using and loving on their faces. And so yeah, I'm super excited to share with you some of my favorite products, and let's get into this declutter video. Okay guys, so today we are going to do a video that I have been meaning to make slash wanting to make for at least 2 or 3 weeks. I've been thinking about it. It's needed to happen. It was something that I needed to do for myself anyways, and I just haven't gotten around to it because I wanted to make sure I filmed it for you guys, because I know that a lot of people always ask me, because they know that I try to be minimalist in a lot of areas of my life. I try to keep the minimum amount of items possible that I need, but also that make me happy, but I try not to let things accumulate and go crazy and all of that kind of stuff. So makeup for me, I would say I have less of an issue with makeup than I do a lot of other things and a lot of other people, because I feel like, especially in today's age with all of the beauty influencers and social media and Sephora and the Kardashians and yada yada, don't even get me started. But so many people are like, oh my gosh, I need that palette, I need that foundation, I need that eyeshadow, I need that new finishing powder, I need that setting spray. Like, people just have a ton of makeup these days, I feel like. Myself, I haven't gone down that road because I'm not so much about, like, I don't love makeup as much as I love shoes, activewear, purses, like handbags, perfume. Obviously, perfume's like a huge thing for me that I love, but I don't tend to accumulate a ton of makeup. But this is my little makeup kit here, and I did a video not too long ago talking about like my toiletry bag and what I bring with me when I go on vacation and organizing my toiletry bag. This is a very basic see-through, like cheap, affordable Amazon bag that I got for that reason. I wanted something that was compressible, very easy to like mold and fit into a suitcase, because I do travel a lot, and that way when I want to bring something with me, it's not like a thick, rigid, structured bag. I wanted something that could kind of just like shrink to contain whatever I wanted to bring with me and wouldn't take up too much room. But I also needed something big enough to keep brushes and all of that kind of stuff. So that's why I really like these see-through bags, is because you can see everything in your makeup bag at a glance. If you're looking for something, you'll be able to find it because it's all see-through. What's happened with this bag is that over the last few months, along with my traveling and stuff like that, I've been, throwing things in here to bring with me, or I would go away for a weekend and I would put a couple tampons in here or something just to make sure that I had them, even though this is not the place for tampons. But you know how it is. Eventually you end up with so much stuff that doesn't belong in your makeup bag. Also, I have makeup in here that I know that I don't use. I have expired mascaras. I have concealers that I know do not work for me. I have at least probably one foundation that I know doesn't really work for me or isn't my favorite foundation. And I just really want to go through and declutter it, minimize it, and organize it. So that is what we're doing today. It's going to be a little bit of a makeup collection. I'll share with you some of my favorite makeup items, also declutter and organize my makeup bag. So I think that the first thing we're going to do is make some piles. We're going to make one pile of items I do use and I do like, and I'm going to be keeping. They're not expired or anything like that. They're the right color for me, all of that kind of stuff. We're also going to be making a pile of stuff that shouldn't be here, but I'm keeping, things like tampons or hair ties or whatever, stuff that just doesn't need to be in here but has to go to a different home. And then we're going to make a pile of stuff that I either know is expired or does not work for me, and those items I either will gift to like my mom or something, or I will just toss them out if they're expired and they can't be given to anybody else, because I do have some items in here that are barely touched. So okay, so let's just begin. I'm just going to randomly take things out of here, tell you what they are, and put them in my one of three piles. So First of all, an eyelash curler. I don't use it very often, but it's the type of thing that when I need it, I can never find it, and it's something I definitely want to keep because I do use it on occasion. So we will definitely keep the eyelash curler, and it does belong in here. So we'll just set that to the side. Next, we have the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer. So that is what it looks like. I absolutely love this bronzer, you guys. This bronzer doesn't have any kind of shimmer to it. It is matte. And this is the perfect shade for me for doing even a little bit of contouring, like around my nose or something like that. I actually really, really like this bronzer. It's one of my favorite that I've tried, and you can tell that I have used it. So this we are definitely going to keep. I also like that it has the metallic closure, or not metallic, magnetic closure. So yeah, this is a great little bronzer. I 10 out of 10 recommend, and I'm definitely going to be keeping that. All right, this is the brush that I use to apply my foundation, and it does need to be cleaned. And where is this from? I think this is a Quo brush. I don't even know. Yeah, it's from Quo. You can barely see the letters there. They've worn off a little bit, but this is just like a stippling brush, and this thing works so nicely to put on my foundation. I was using a beauty blender, and what I found with the beauty blender was that it soaked up so much of my foundation, and I would get more in the sponge than I would on my face, and I just went through foundation so much faster. And I find that I get a more airbrushed, flawless look when I use a stippling brush. Next item is another brush. I just bought this the other day for eyeshadow because, believe it or not, I've been actually wearing a little bit more eyeshadow. I'm always such a creature of habit. I kind of just do my typical routine, which is sunscreen, foundation or concealer, and mascara, and I run out the door. I don't often put on a full face of makeup. I don't know, especially for my lifestyle, I spend a lot of time at the gym, and I just often couldn't be bothered to do like a whole face of like brows and eyeshadow and contouring and stuff. But I recently have gotten more into it a little bit more, especially on my days off. So I did buy a couple more brushes, and yeah, so we'll keep this one. That's brand new. I think I have another new one. Yeah, and I also just bought this one. This is just another brush that I recently bought. We will keep that one because I will use it. For some reason, eyeshadow brushes are something that I tend to lose or can't find when I need another brush, so that's why I went and bought a couple more. Here we have my sunscreen, my holy grail sunscreen. Now I have been using another sunscreen, you guys. I've been using the Coppertone Baby, I think it's called, SPF 50 for sensitive skin. Absolutely love it as part of just my everyday routine, but this has been my holy grail go-to sunscreen, especially if I want something that I know is going to give me good coverage in terms of sunscreen protection. And I feel very safe in this. I feel like I'm actually protected, not because I am a little bit anal about the sun. I am trying to age backwards at this point in my life. When I was younger, I was a sun worshiper, and I never wore sunscreen, and I would go to tanning beds and stuff, not often, but I would. And I just didn't protect my skin enough from the sun. So these days I'm using retinols and, vitamin C serums and tranexamic acid and all these other things, which are great for your skin, but they can also make your skin sensitive to sun. And also, I started wearing sunscreen religiously every single day, twice a day, about 3 years ago. And let me tell you the difference it has made in my skin, you guys. Huge, huge difference. So this is the SPF Sensitive Skin 50 Mineral Sunscreen. I absolutely love it. It's a holy grail. This is probably my 25th bottle or something I've gone through. Almost empty. I just bought another one the other day, actually. So I keep one in here so that I always have one with me, especially when I'm traveling. I always keep one in my purse as well. And I also have one in my drawer in my bathroom because I put it on every morning. So this will definitely keep, and this can stay in here. Next, we have another brush, and this is a brush that I use to put on blush or bronzer. So this will definitely stay. I really like it. I think it's just from Quo. We have another brush. May as well do the brushes. So here's another blush brush / highlighter brush, and I do use it. I do like it. Again, it's just from Quo. I actually think I like this one for highlighter, so we will keep this one. I like my brushes. I want to have lots of brushes because I hate having to use the same brush for multiple things. Here we have an eyeshadow brush. Again, it's just from Quo, really like it. I don't buy a lot of brushes from Sephora because I don't live near Sephora. So usually what happens is when I need a brush, I end up having to shop local. So I just go to Shoppers Drug Mart, which is near me, and I find a brush. Here is another brush, and this one is more of a fluffy, kind of a powder finishing brush, and I absolutely love it. This is the one that I use to put my finishing powder on and sort of blur and set everything into place, and I absolutely love it. So I will be keeping this for sure. Here is another brush. This is just an eyeshadow brush, but I actually use this sometimes to apply contour, and I really like it. We'll hold on to that. Okay, we have a couple of tampons that do not need to be in there. Is that it? No. Yeah. Tampons, because when I go away on the weekends, sometimes I think, oh, I better grab a couple just in case, you know, you never know what could happen. And I threw them in here and they don't belong in here. I don't normally keep feminine products in my makeup. So these I'm going to keep, but they have to go in a different place. So I will just set them to the side. Okay, we have another brush, like eyeshadow brush. And yeah, I do use this one for eyeshadow. This one's from Sephora. I don't know what you would call it. It's like a number 15 brush. I don't know. I'm not like very good at knowing like what different brushes are supposed to be for. I just buy what works and I use it. What else? Okay, we have another little brush. This is a little angled brush. This one I was using for my eyebrows. It's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I really like that one. I don't use it very often, but it does come in handy, so I'll keep that. I think it's never a bad idea to have lots of brushes because then you just have a tool for every job, right? Let's see. This is a concealer from Smashbox. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer in the color Fair. This is a little too ashy for me, which is a little frustrating because I actually was color matched in Sephora, and she said this one was so good for me, but it's actually not. It's pretty terrible. So this is going to go. It's a great concealer, but it is not right for my skin tone, and it's also a little bit old, so I think we're just going to toss this one. Where to next? Okay. This is another concealer, and this is from Tarte. This is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the color, oh, I don't even know what color it is. That's too bad. I don't even know what color this is, you guys. Shoot. That doesn't help me very much because if I ever need to buy another one of this, I have no idea what color it is. But it says 8SSJ81. I have no idea what color that is. To be fair, this is okay. I don't love it and I don't use it all that often. And when I do, I feel like it's not quite the right consistency for me, and also maybe just not quite the right color for me. So I'm actually going to pass this one on. I'm really glad that I just got a little tiny bottle of it because yeah, I just don't love it. I'm more of a foundation person at this point, so I'm just going to put that there. Okay, so let's grab this one. I wanted to talk to you guys about this one actually. So this is a foundation. This is from Maybelline, New York, and this is the 30-hour, sorry you guys, this is the 30-hour foundation in 110 Porcelain. I actually really, really like this. I think I became a little bit of a foundation snob, meaning I used to always do drugstore foundations, and then when I discovered Sephora's foundations, I switched to only higher end brands. But honestly, you guys, it pays to try some of the other drugstore brands because sometimes they have some really, really good stuff, and I love this foundation so much. So this is a really good match for my skin tone. I am a neutral to warm skin tone, and Ivory tends to be a little on the cooler side. Porcelain tends to be more on the warm side, if you guys didn't know that. This is a perfect match for my skin, and I love it. I have been wearing this foundation a lot, and I think that's part of the problem with me that deters me from actually wearing a full face of foundation or of makeup is that sometimes I just can't find the right color for me. And if you're putting on a full face of foundation that isn't the right color for you, you're always going to feel like you look off, right? It just doesn't feel right. And then you're like, well, I feel like I look better without it, because when you put the wrong color on, it just washes you out, or it makes you look too red or too yellow or too pasty or whatever. This is so good for me. I love it. So I don't know if you guys would like this particular foundation, but I really recommend it. I really like it. This is like it goes on a little bit dewy on me, but that's because my sunscreen is a little bit dewy, and it's like a medium coverage, but you can build it up, and I just absolutely love it. And it lasts for a really long time, really easy to blend, flawless finish, just looks so nice. So that is the Maybelline 30-hour foundation. So I definitely recommend this one, and this is my new favorite foundation. So we will hold on to that one for sure. Okay, Next we have, okay, what to grab. Okay, this is another drugstore foundation. And the reason I bought this one is because I was traveling, I was on the road, and I forgot my makeup kit. Can you believe it? I forgot all of my makeup at home. So I had to go out and buy a mascara and a foundation, because those are the two things that if I have nothing else, I need a foundation and a mascara, and then I'm okay. So I just grabbed this like cheap CoverGirl one. And this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Nourishing Foundation with coconut milk and aloe extract in the color 520 Fair. I think this is the second lightest one that they have. It's a dewy finish. I really, really like this. This is actually a very good match for my skin tone, and I quite like this one. And it was also pretty affordable, so I'm actually going to hold on to that one. I still think I like the Maybelline better though, just so you know. All right. So here's an expensive little guy. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin foundation. And this is in the color 1 Neutral. And this one is not bad for me. It's almost a little yellow and almost a little dark. I'm not quite ready to give it up though, because up until this point, up until I found the Maybelline one, this was like the best match I could find for my skin from Sephora. Out of all the brands I tried, this was the one that like matched my skin the best. And it's almost full, and you know, it was quite expensive. And so yeah, I am going to keep this one, but honestly, if I wear it again and I feel like it's not quite right, I might let it go, because I do like the Maybelline one so much more, and there's no point in holding on to something that you don't like that much, right? So we'll keep that for now. So we also have one more foundation. This is from Ilia. This is the True Skin Serum Foundation with niacinamide and allantoin. I really, really like this, you guys. This one I've had for quite a while. This one is definitely more of a serum though. It's not very full coverage. I would say it's like low to medium coverage. Not super buildable either, I would say. But I do like it for those days when I just want something, like I don't ever do a full face of this. I just kind of put it on, like I dot it in certain places when I just want to add a little bit of coverage, but nothing too crazy. But I do really like this one, and it's a good color match for me. And this is in the color Mindoro. So yeah, I definitely like this one, you guys, but don't get this if you're expecting a full coverage or a medium coverage. It will not give you that. It's kind of like a serum moisturizer with a tint. It's nice though, but not my go-to, I will say. Okay, the next item. The next item is an Hourglass product, and this is a blush. This beautiful blush. I don't know if you guys can see that, but how gorgeous is this? And this is the Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Sublime Flush. This is probably my new favorite blush, you guys. I discovered Hourglass products, and I kind of wish I wouldn't have, because all of their products are amazing and they're also very expensive. But for the amount that I wear blush, you guys, and for the amount that I do a full face of makeup, their products will last me forever. And I know you're supposed to throw things out after like 3 months or 6 months. I'm sorry, but I'm not throwing a $60 blush in the garbage after 3 months. It's not happening. I've already had this one for like, I think at least 3 months, and I'm not doing it. I could be wrong too. Maybe you don't have to get rid of blushes after that long, but anyways, I really, really like this one. It's a beautiful, like very neutral color. It's got pink and coral, and it's just perfect for me because, like I said, I am a warm to neutral undertone. So this is really good for me. I can't do cool blushes and cool colors. So love this. New favorite blush. I don't wear blush that often, you guys, so I really don't think I need more than one blush, and I might just keep this one and get rid of the other ones that I have. Whoops. As I destroy it with my fingernail. So we will hold on to this blush for sure. Okay, let's find another blush so I can compare and contrast for you. Okay, so I have a couple more blushes here. That's a blush. That's a blush. I think those are the only blushes I have. You see, I really don't have that much makeup. I literally only have 3 blushes, and I don't think I need these 2. So this is a stick blush from Ilia. I don't know if that's the proper name for it, a stick blush. This is beautiful, actually. Very, very beautiful. I really need to, this is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So this is a cream blush, and it is in the color In the Mood, and it is the Ilia Multi-Stick. So this you're supposed to be able to use as a blush or a lip product or whatever. It is absolutely stunning. The issue that I find is that when I use a cream product, it tends to wipe off or smudge whatever I have that's already underneath it. So because of that, I don't use this very often, but let me swatch this for you and show you how beautiful it is. I'll just rub some. The thing is though, it's annoying because like I said, when you go to put it on your face, you tend, or I tend to like rub off whatever was underneath. So that is the color. It's like a beautiful peachy coral. In fact, it could almost be too peachy for me. That's in natural light. So I really do like it, you guys. It looks absolutely stunning, but I do prefer the Hourglass one. For the amount that I wear blush, I really do not need more than one blush. I just don't. So I am going to pass this one on. I'm going to see if my mom wants it or my daughter or somebody. I'm sure I can find somebody who will use it. I've only used it like twice, like 2 or 3 times. It's really, really pretty, but I don't need it. And the other blush that I have is from Nars, and this is the iconic Orgasm. I just have a mini because I didn't think I needed a large one. It was kind of expensive, and for, like I said, for the amount that I use blush, I just don't need a large one. And honestly, this is beautiful. It does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. I think you probably know what the Orgasm blush is like. It's stunning. It's really, really stunning. Let me just swatch it again. Oh, it's so pretty. It's really beautiful. It has a shimmer to it as well. This is like a cult favorite. All right, so you can see the difference between the Orgasm, which is on the right, and the Ilia, which is on the left. The Ilia is definitely more orangey, where the Orgasm is more pinky. That's definitely more of a neutral pink, and it has a bit of a shimmer to it, a little bit of a gold shimmer. So I don't know if I want to get rid of this because it is so pretty. You know what I find? The Orgasm is more shimmery, where the Hourglass is not quite as shimmery. It's more of a matte. So you can really see the Orgasm is a little bit more cool toned, and the Hourglass is a little more warm, and the Orgasm is a little more shimmery, where the Hourglass is not shimmery. Geez. Decisions. Why is it so difficult? So, okay, I don't need to. But that Orgasm is so shimmery and so pretty. Will I regret it? Okay, so I just swatched the Hourglass beside the Nars. I don't know if you can see the difference. The Hourglass is on the left on the bottom, so it's that one, and the Orgasm is above it. They're both so pretty, but the Hourglass is matte, and I typically like a matte blush because then I go in with highlighter where I want it, and I just love this one so much, and I never use this one. So okay, keeping the Hourglass, saying goodbye to Nars. We're just gonna do it. The next item is a brush, and this is a, I believe, concealer brush. I think this is a Selena Gomez. Yeah, this is the Rare Beauty concealer brush from Selena Gomez. I don't actually use this for concealer. I like to use it for contour because it's a really nice stiff brush, and I can get very precise with my contour. I don't like to use a really fluffy brush with contour because I find it goes everywhere, and I want to be a little bit more precise. So yeah, I like this brush. Definitely going to keep it. Like I said, brushes are something that I feel like I can have a few more because I'm going to need them for different things. Okay, next item. This is the Dior Show Iconic Over Curl Mascara. Really, really like this. I'll just show you what the wand looks like. So that is what the wand looks like. And I really like this mascara. It's a little bit old, but I do really, really like it, and it was expensive. So I don't think I'm going to get rid of it just yet. I want to get my money worth out of it, so I am going to hold on to that one. Okay. Now this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is the Better Than Sex Mascara. Everybody knows this one. This one is a little bit old. I really should get rid of it because it is quite old. You know, when it comes to mascara, I don't really know if it makes or breaks. You know, like there's some bad mascaras out there, but most mascaras that are good enough. You know what I mean? Which one do I like better? Between Dior and Better Than Sex? I think I like the Dior better, of course. This one's more expensive though, but it's really, really good. I really like it. Both of them are good. Okay, so we also have this Maybelline Falsies mascara, and we also have the Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift. So I got these Falsies ones because I really wanted to get eyelash extensions, but I'm really, really allergic. So I bought these two because they're supposed to give you like a false eyelash look without actually having the false lashes. Do I have any more in here? No, that's it. No, I do have one more. And I also have the L'Oreal Voluminous. So this was the one that I bought because I was out of town and had forgotten my makeup kit. So this one's brand new and it's okay, but I don't love it. Honestly, I really quite like the Falsies mascara, and I like both of the Falsies mascaras quite a lot. I like all of them a lot. I really don't know what to do because these ones were so expensive and they're really not that old. They're really not that old. Okay, I don't love this one, the Voluminous Original, so I'm just going to get rid of that one. And let me just see these two. So that is the Falsies, Maybelline the Falsies. I really like that brush a lot, actually. And it's like nice and flexible. I do like that one. And this one is the Falsies Lash Lift. I mean, really, they're not all that different. They're not all that different. I think it comes down to the formula as well. I really like the Dior formula. And the shape of the brush is a little bit different. I really like this formula a lot. And this still looks brand new, even though it's like a couple months old. Then you've got the Too Faced Better Than Sex. That one's not too terribly, you know, that one's not too old either. Darn it, I'm not being a very good declutterer here, am I? Okay, so I'm just gonna hold on to these mascaras. Should I hold on to all of them, or do I like one better than the other? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to all these mascaras because I actually like all of those mascaras, and I do wear mascara on a daily basis, and I will revisit in a month and probably get rid of the Dior and the Better Than Sex. I'll probably try to use these ones for the next little bit, and just because that way they can get their use. Okay, now I have something I can definitely declutter. So I have two highlighters. I have this highlighter, these to the side, this highlighter, and I have this highlighter. So I have one from Becca Cosmetics, and I have one from Nars. And the Nars one is the Fort de France Nars highlighter. I'll show you what that looks like. It is this beautiful champagne gold color. Very, very warm. Really good for the summertime. Very like sun-kissed. And then the Becca, this is the Becca highlighter. So they're very, very different, as you can see. They're two completely different colors of highlighters. And can you guess which one I like best? I like the one that is lighter. I'm a very fair skin tone, especially on my face. My hands look a little bit darker, but I'm very fair on my face. Every time I buy a foundation or a concealer, it's always the lightest shade they have pretty much in the range. And therefore, if I'm gonna highlight, I need something even lighter. So this is actually a little bit darker than my skin tone. So that doesn't really help me out when I'm trying to brighten or lighten a part of my face. It definitely does give you that sun-kissed glow, so I really do like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter, and I think I raved about this a couple months ago when I did a Sephora haul. But honestly, you guys, I don't use this one very much at all, and I much prefer my Becca Cosmetics. So this is the Becca Cosmetics one. I guess it's not glittery, but it's quite shimmery. It's very shimmery, I would say. But I really, really like it. This is perfect for highlighting. When you're contouring your nose and you want to do just a little bit down the bridge of your nose, this is great. It's perfect for my skin tone, and I absolutely love it. And I have used this quite a lot. So I'm going to hold on to this one. And unless I find another highlighter in the future that beats this one out, I'm just not going to buy any highlighters because this one works perfectly fine. Why do I need another one? Here we have another brush, and this one is like a highlighter brush, and I do use this one. Again, I'm keeping all my brushes for now. There might come a point in time when I need to do a brush declutter, but for right now, I actually needed more brushes, so I'm going to hold on to that. Okay, this I can get rid of for sure. This is a eyeshadow stick. This is from Marcel. I think I got this from Shoppers Drug Mart, and it's just like a really pretty, it's a really pretty gold like eyeshadow stick, and I never ever use it, ever. So this can definitely go as well. My daughter is gonna feel like it's Christmas when she gets home because she's gonna get all this stuff. We have a couple other things that just don't belong in here. A hair tie, bobby pins, hair tie again. bobby pin. Bobby pin, so obviously I'm gonna hold on to these, but they don't belong in my makeup kit, so those can go with the tampons. Okay, we have a lash glue. This is a Tarte lash glue. I'll keep this because even though I don't wear false lashes very often, if I ever need to put them on, I obviously need glue, and it's always that thing that I can't find when I need it. So I am gonna hold on to this glue, even though I really don't wear false eyelashes very often at all. So we're gonna hold on to that. And then we have a bunch of eyebrow products. Oh wait, we have a tweezers. Always need tweezers. Obviously, I will definitely hold on to that. And I always keep my tweezers in my makeup kit. I think that's a good place for them. And then we have some eyebrow products. So you guys, I don't know if you can relate, but for me, eyebrow products are the hardest products to find, especially to find a good color. I find a lot of eyebrow products are very, very warm in tone. And although I have a neutral to warm undertone, my hair color is not warm. My hair color is very neutral, almost a little bit ashy. So to find a eyebrow product that matches the color of my actual hair is very, very difficult. So these are the 4, after literally trying like 20 or 30 different types of brow products, you guys, these are the 4 that it came down to. And I certainly do not need all 4 because I just don't do a full brow enough to keep all 4. One eyebrow product will probably last me 3 years. I'm not even kidding with you. So we have the Anastasia, obviously, like the queen of eyebrows. Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Brow Wiz in the color dark brown. We have Rimmel London. I'm sorry, it's totally scratched off, so I can't even tell you what it is. But it's a brow stick from Rimmel London. I think this one is in, it's all rubbed off. I don't even know what this is, so I can't buy it again, so I should just get rid of it. But anyway, I'll show you that one. I think it's either in medium brown or dark brown, or it could be ash or it could be taupe. Maybe some of you will know. And then this is from NYX Cosmetics. This is the Precision Brow Pencil in the color ash brown. And we also have, oh, this is a brush. That's not for brows. It's a brush. Oh my God. Keeping the brush. Okay, so I have 3 eyebrow products. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll swatch these for you. So the first one is the Rimmel London one that has rubbed off. All of the information has rubbed off, so I can't tell you what it is, unfortunately. And it looks like that. It's a very nice, cool ashy brown. And the tip looks like this, so it's kind of annoying. It's a very thick tip. It's really good for like coloring in, but not really good for doing fine strokes. But that is the color. Really, really nice, cool brown. I'm really sorry that I can't tell you what the color is because it's completely worn off. That's really annoying. The other one that I have is the one from NYX, and this one has a slightly skinnier tip on it, and it looks like, oh yeah, this one you can make much finer strokes. That one's a little bit warmer. It's not quite as cool. You can see it showing up a lot redder, but it's not a bad color for me. And they both have a spoolie on the end as well. Then of course we have the Anastasia, and this is in the color dark brown. And the Anastasia looks like, oh, it's a little dry. I haven't used it for a while. The Anastasia looks like this. Nice cool brown. Really, really nice cool brown for me. So those are the colors. Obviously you can tell that the NYX one is a little bit warmer. I think that's why I like the Rimmel one, because the Rimmel one is a little cooler, and I do tend to have like slightly cooler hair color. I really don't know which one to get rid of, you guys, because I haven't tested all of these out enough to know what my preference is. I definitely want to keep the Anastasia because you can make little teeny tiny strokes for hairs with this one, so I'm definitely going to keep the Anastasia. And then when it comes down to the other two, it's really just the color. It's really just the color with the other two. But honestly, they're both pretty good for me, and I haven't used them enough to really know if I have a preference. So I think for now, do I want to hold on to both of them? You guys, I'm the worst declutter, but I think honestly because I've invested the money and I haven't decided which one works best for me, I'm going to hold on to both of these for a little while longer, and I can still come back and, you know, declutter whichever one I haven't been using. I just don't do my, like, a full brow enough to even really know. So yeah, for now I'm going to actually hold on to both of those. So keeping all my brow products. And the last two items that are left, I think are staying. So this is the Hourglass. I love this so much. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the color Diffused Light. I love this. This was expensive as heck for a finishing powder, but it was worth every penny, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't care that much about makeup. So if I'm telling you it's worth it and it's expensive, it's worth it. It is a slightly satiny, I would say, finishing powder, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And what this does is it just blends and perfects and airbrushes everything. It just makes everything look perfectly airbrushed. I love it so much. For example, if you do a contour and you find that your contour is, you know, a little harsher than you would have expected or would have liked, if you just dust this over your face, it will just blend it and make it look seamless. It's just like, it's like putting on a really nice filter on your face, like a really nice filter. So I just absolutely love it so much. I cannot get enough of this. I do use this quite a bit. It was $70, like I said. It's going to take me a really long time to go through this though, you guys, and it's the only finishing powder I have, and I think it's the only one I need. So I do really, really recommend this. They have lots of different colors with this as well. I probably could have even gone with the shade lighter, the next one lighter than this, but they're all beautiful and such good reviews. Amazing. Love it. Like I said, the Hourglass products, I kind of wish I wouldn't have discovered them because they are expensive and I want all of them. So yeah, this is again the Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light, and I just am obsessed with it. And the last item is my one and only eyeshadow palette. And this is the Too Faced Natural Eyes eyeshadow palette, and I love it. First of all, the packaging is adorable. It is a little heavy. It's a little heavy and bulky. Like out of all my makeup, this is the heaviest thing that I have, and I don't even wear that much eyeshadow, so it seems excessive for me. But the packaging is super, super cute. And this is what the colors look like. Absolutely beautiful. So you have some lighter colors on the left. You've got Heaven, Silk Teddy, and Strip Poker. Then in the middle, you've got Cashmere Bunny, Push Up, and Honey Pot. And then on the right side, you have Sexpresso, Erotica, and Chocolate Martini. And the best part, you guys, oh, it smells so good. The makeup smells like, it smells like coconut and like cake and vanilla. It smells so good. I love the way this smells. Like putting this on my face is such a nice treat. It's like just as much self-care as it is making myself look prettier. So it's very enjoyable. It's a very enjoyable experience using this. I highly, highly, highly recommend. Again, this is coming from somebody who doesn't want to spend a lot of money on makeup. Makeup isn't my muse. I much prefer shoes and handbags and stuff like that. So coming from me, I think this is a pretty good recommendation. And my most used colors are definitely, the Heaven, the Silk Teddy, the Strip Poker, the Cashmere Bunny, and the Erotica. Those, and then also the Honey Pot I like too, although it doesn't look like I've used much of them, but those are the ones that I do use the most. I like the Erotica for the outer corner of my eye just to smoke it out a little bit. I like the Cashmere Bunny and the Honey Pot for like the crease, and then I like the other three lighter ones just for like the lid and underneath the brow and stuff like that. But these are just such beautiful neutral colors. They're very good if you're looking for kind of a mixture of matte with a little bit of shimmer and you want something neutral that isn't going to be too warm or too cool. This is the perfect neutral eyeshadow palette and I love it. And I have tried like the Nars eyeshadow palettes. I've tried so many different eyeshadow palettes and this is my favorite and I just love it. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And yeah, being that that is my only eyeshadow palette, but you can make so many different looks with it. You can make just like a very everyday easy look, but you can also make a super sultry, sexy nighttime. You can also make it like bronzed and golden for summertime. So 10 out of 10 recommend this Natural Eyes palette from Too Faced. So you guys, this is my declutter, and these are the items that I'm keeping. It still seems like a lot to me, but I think that's because all my brushes are in here too. Like if you take out the brushes, I really don't have that much makeup. In fact, maybe I'll put the brushes away first and the sunscreen and stuff and just show you like exactly what's left of my makeup. And then these are the items that are gonna be going that I either don't use or they're not the right color for me or something like that. Actually, none of these are expired, which is interesting. They're just all not working for me. And then these are the items that aren't supposed to be in there, but I'm obviously keeping. So yeah, let's go ahead and clean this up. The other thing I have to do is give this makeup bag a quick clean. It looks very dirty, and I just want to give it like a quick once over, and then I'm going to put everything back. All right, so it didn't get completely clean because there's like sunscreen and stuff in there that doesn't want to come off, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and start putting things back, and then I'll show you actually what I have for makeup after all of my non-makeup products are in here. So our brushes. Alright, so this is what I have for makeup, you guys. This is all of my makeup in the world. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 items in total. So all of my makeup is 16 items, probably still too much, but now you guys have heard my rationale for what I'm keeping and why I'm keeping it. And so this is what we have basically. We have 4 mascaras, which I think is not bad because my eyes are my best asset. I love playing up my eyes, and I do wear mascara on a daily basis. We also have 4 different foundations, which again, I do wear foundation on almost a daily basis, so I think that that's okay, and a couple of them are really amazing, and I'm just kind of like still gonna see what I think about the Tilbury and the Ilia. So I do think that for something that I do wear quite frequently, it's not a big deal to have a little bit extra, but yeah, probably my favorites, like I said, from these two are probably the Maybelline, and then I think it's maybe a tie between the Covergirl and the Ilia. The Charlotte Tilbury, I'm really not sure about. For eyebrow products, we have 3 eyebrow products. Again, I think that's not a big deal because your eyebrows are something you really want to get right, and I still don't really know which one of these is the best for me, but definitely the Anastasia Brow Wiz is one of my favorites. Then we have 1 highlighter, which is the Becca Cosmetics highlighter. We have 1 bronzer, Park Ave Princess Tarte bronzer. We have 1 blush, which is the Hourglass blush. We have 1 eyeshadow palette, which is the Too Faced Natural Eyes. And we have 1 finishing powder, which is the Hourglass finishing powder. So yeah, really not too bad. So let's go ahead and put them back. So that is it, you guys. That is my makeup declutter. Now, obviously, I could probably use a smaller makeup bag. This makes it look like there's still a lot, but really, like I said, this thing compresses so much. And also, keep in mind, all of my brushes are in here as well. And usually, I would keep all my brushes in like a brush container, like a brush stand. It's just that I travel so much that I just tend to keep them in here because then they're just easy to grab and reach, and I don't have to constantly be taking them out and putting them back in. So yeah, I do really like this little makeup bag. I got it from Amazon for like $8. It was so affordable and just really durable, and I love that you can see through it because then, like I said, you can find everything at a glance. So that is all of my worldly makeup products. This was a bit of a long video, but hopefully it will inspire some of you guys to go through your own makeup products and declutter a little bit, organize. It's really helpful and calming, I find, to just have like an inventory of what you actually have, and sometimes you surprise yourself and realize that you have stuff you really don't need, or you have more than enough, and it deters you from going shopping for more makeup products. So I think it's always a good idea to do wardrobe inventory, makeup inventory, clean out your linen closet. You know, when you discover that you have like 5 shampoos, it might stop you from going and buying that really expensive Sephora shampoo that you probably don't need. So yeah, that's my little makeup declutter. I hope that you guys really enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and edit this video and drink my coffee. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to chatting with you down below.
Another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth.